Ask the Experts is brought to you by Seaman Law Offices, the keystone to your family's legacy.
Welcome to this segment of Ask the Expert, Doreen.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Absolutely, no problem. Now, we often talk about preparing for long-term care. How do you recommend that your clients do that?
In West Virginia, if someone needs long-term care in a nursing home, he or she can pay privately, and they might even have long-term care insurance to help cover the expenses. But if they can't afford the nursing home expenses that currently range from about $8,000 to $10,000 per month in our area, they'll need to apply for Medicaid to help with the cost of the facility.
Okay, so I know that there are also eligibility requirements, including asset limitations of $2,000 for a single person, right?
Right. That pretty much includes all the person's assets except for his or her residence. There's also a look-back period of 5 years, which means the Department of Health and Human Resources has the right to review a person's finances for the past 5 years from the date of application to make sure they didn't give away all their assets just to qualify for Medicaid.
Okay, and considering that 1/3 of all Americans will require a stay in a nursing facility during their lifetime, preparing for this expense in advance is a good decision.
Yes, it is. And that's why when it's appropriate, we might create an irrevocable trust to protect that person's hard-earned savings prior to them needing care. For example, a client we'll call Hillary recently established an irrevocable trust.
So now she began her 5-year look back for Medicaid.
Right, and if she needs long-term care at the end of 5 years, all of the assets she gifted to her irrevocable trust won't be counted as her assets for Medicaid purposes. Now, when she created this trust, Hillary named her trustees who don't actually own the assets either, but it's their job to manage the assets in the trust. Another nice benefit of the trust is that assets in a trust avoid the public and time-consuming process of probate.
Okay, so Hillary and clients like her have peace of mind knowing that they have started preparations for long-term care expenses. Now, this will make things easier for them and their families in later years.
Exactly. To talk about estate planning and irrevocable trust to protect your assets, call 304-554-2900 or visit SeamanLawOffices.com.
All right, great. Thank you so much for joining us again today.
Thank you, Krista.
Ask the Experts has been brought to you by Seaman Law Offices, the keystone to your family's legacy.